Have you ever wondered why there's sometimes tension between China and America? Let's take a look at a few reasons why some Chinese people might have a negative view toward Americans. It's a mix of politics, culture, and history that shapes these feelings. First off, there's a strong sense of political rivalry. Both countries want to lead globally, but they often have very different approaches and interests. The United States sometimes sees China's growth as a threat, and in response it imposes trade restrictions and sanctions. To many in China, these actions feel like an attempt to block their country's progress. Next, there's the cultural divide. In America, there's a big focus on personal freedom and individualism. But in China, values like social harmony and respect for authority are more common. These differences sometimes make Chinese people see American culture as too self-centered, while Americans might find Chinese culture a bit too controlled. Both sides misunderstand each other's way of life. Then there's the role of media. Chinese media frequently highlights America's political issues and global military actions, creating a critical view. This media coverage can lead Chinese citizens to view the US negatively, seeing it as aggressive or hypocritical. But remember, media doesn't tell the whole story and can often amplify tensions. National pride also plays a big role. In China, nationalism is strong. When the US makes statements about Taiwan, Hong Kong, or Tibet, it can feel like a direct insult to Chinese sovereignty. These issues are deeply personal to many Chinese who see them as part of their country's core identity. And finally, there's historical memory. In the 1800s, China faced a lot of hardship from Western powers, including the US, during events like the Opium Wars. The memory of these painful experiences still influences attitudes today. Many in China feel a strong sense of resilience and don't want to see history repeated. So, while there are complex reasons behind the tension, it's important to remember that not all Chinese people feel this way, just like not all Americans share the same views about China. Understanding these reasons helps us see where misunderstandings come from and reminds us that people everywhere can find common ground if they're willing to look beyond the surface.